Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I'm Mark. Hi.
Hi, I'm Krista. I wanted to wait till you finished your hi, and it just took forever.
Thank you for respecting my hi.
You're welcome.
What's up? What's happening? What's going on?
Moving on. Nothing. Like nothing is happening.
Nothing going on. It's still Halloween season.
Yep.
We're still getting ready for it. You got our costumes together?
Yeah. No.
So excited. We don't know what we're going to be.
I mean,
we're probably not going to dress up.
Probably not. I haven't dressed up in a few years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think the last time I dressed up was 2019.
Yeah, that's probably about when I did. Maybe even longer than that. But, you know, we still go get candy every year.
I didn't get candy last year, I don't think.
Oh.
I mean, I may have gotten candy after, but I don't think I had any before.
Yeah.
Other than what we tried for the podcast.
That's true. We did get plenty. This time we didn't.
Because I've lived in the same place since 2017. Mm-hmm. And I've never had a single trick-or-treater. So I was like, I'm just not going to tempt myself with this year.
Yeah.
And guess what? Didn't have a single trick-or-treater, so it didn't matter.
I don't think I've had anybody. I usually turn my light off. So just to make sure they stay away.
You actually have a porch light.
I have a porch light,
I have a porch light that comes on when it gets dark that I can't control. So it doesn't help.
Right. So you're just always open for business.
Always.
You have a sign outside.
It's like open.
We've had discussions about this.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Sorry, that is.
All right. Well, since we don't have any other news, let's get into our movie then. Okay.
Oh, we did.
What did we do?
No, I was just going to say, we've been playing lots of Rock Band.
We have been playing some Rock Band, yes.
It's been fun.
It has been good.
We had trouble finding the dongles.
We did, yeah. Yeah, it took a while, but we did it.
Because I have not played Rock Band since probably 2011.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So it's been sitting in a closet.
Yeah.
And all the pieces were in different places, I guess. Or not, well, most of the drum set, the guitar, they were all together. The microphone was somewhere completely different, and the microphone was somewhere completely different.
Yeah.
In a different box altogether.
They were all labeled correctly. Just all different boxes.
I did.
The mic may not have been.
No, the mic was actually in one that said Rock Band. But I had already taken the other stuff out of it, and I just left the microphone in there.
Yeah.
So when I was going through it, I was like, oh, look what I found. And then it was like, okay, but the dongle is the most important part we need.
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't figure out why won't they connect? Oh, we need dongles.
Yeah, and I did. I was like, I looked in all the boxes I could think of that I knew, were around. Because I still have not unpacked everything. Like I said, I've been here since 2017.
Yeah.
It's not going to get unpacked.
Yeah.
I might as well just throw it all away if I haven't used it at this point. But
then you wouldn't have had those dongles.
Exactly.
Could have done that.
And then I was like, okay, there's one closet that I haven't checked. And there it was.
Yeah, they were.
And it was labeled Rock Band Accessories.
Yep. Was that Halloween Miracle?
It was. So we got to play some Rock Band.
Having fun. Yep, it's good. I love playing Rock Band. We would always play at Halloween. We would gather together, dress up, and play Rock Band. And since a lot of the people I played with were like musicians or stuff, they would always have like lighting setups. And
nice.
A guy knew the Bahama Bucks shaved ice. He knew one of the guys there, and so he'd get a shaved ice machine and have shaved ices. It was a good time.
I'm sorry, the what shaved?
Bahama Bucks is what it's called.
I thought you said Bahama Butt, and I was like, what is this?
No.
I still don't know what it is, but sure.
Shaved ice, snow cone.
I know what shaved ice is, I just don't know what Bahama Bucks is.
Yeah, they're good. So,
okay.
Maybe we can go back to Texas, we can get one. We'll see.
The thing is, when we go to Texas, it's usually December.
Yeah.
Although it's not really that cold.
It's still Texas, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, now.
I'm sorry. I like to go off on tangents. You know how it is.
Yes. And the people want to know about us.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we've been doing this weekend.
Yeah. All right. And we also watched Beetlejuice.
We did.
And we said earlier, we're going to put a disclaimer. Mm-hmm. We are not summoning Beetlejuice.
No.
Despite us saying his name multiple times.
Yes.
So, sorry, Beetlejuice, you cannot come into this home.
We don't want you here.
You are not invited.
We're just saying your name because it's kind of hard to talk about a movie about you without saying your name.
Yes.
So, there we go. Disclaimer over. Get away. We don't want you here.
There's a second one coming up next year, you said?
Supposedly.
So...
They've been filming it and everything.
This is timely. We're in there.
So, because we did Hocus Pocus in the next year. Hocus Pocus 2 came out.
Yeah.
So, we got to do both of those.
So, maybe next year we'll be doing Beetlejuice 2.
Yep, maybe.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's good.
Dang, that was good.
Give him a call. Give him a call. Sequel juice. Okay.
Let's just move on.
So, what is your history with the Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
The Beetlejuice.
I watched it a lot when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I really liked Tim Burton movies because I know I watched this a lot, and I watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure a lot.
Yep.
So yeah.
You're a Burton head.
Sure. I know for a fact that I had a crush on at least one character in this movie.
Yes, you did.
It was the guy with the shrunken head.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. He was good. Because his mouth was stitched shut, so he didn't talk any. So you love that.
Perfect.
You always tell me you wish I was like that guy.
Like I mean, maybe that's why I liked Billy Butcherson so much in Hocus Pocus. Because for most of the movie, I've got a type. Just sew someone's mouth shut, and I was like so hot.
It's good enough. So, anyway, my history is when I was in elementary school, some organization came that they had a big blow up kind of dome thing that they put on the stage in the auditorium.
Okay.
And we all went inside and they projected all the stars around.
Mm-hmm. So
and they were like, huh?
So it was like a little planetarium kind of thing.
Yeah, portable planetarium.
Nice.
Portitarium, no? Planetarium. So anyway, they were like, point out a star and we'll tell you about it. So everybody's pointing one out. I pointed out Beetlejuice. And they were like, oh my gosh, you are an amazing child because you must have great eyesight. I don't. But they would test people's eyesight on what stars they could see. So that's a good. So,
okay.
That's how I first became familiar with Beetlejuice.
Okay, but we were talking about the movie, not the star.
Is the movie based on the star?
No.
Oh.
I mean, the name came from it, I'm sure.
No, doesn't sound right. So, I don't think I saw the movie until I was like...
Until yesterday.
This is new for me. No, but I was probably an adult. Mm-hmm. But when I was a kid, I watched the animated Beetlejuice
I watched that
all the time. Mm-hmm. That was how I knew it.
Oh, okay.
So I always thought Beetlejuice was a good guy.
He's not.
When I came into this movie, I was like, oh, he's a good guy, Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
You're going to have fun adventures.
Yeah, no, he's a jerk.
Yeah, he's not.
He's the worst. He's the bad guy. He's the antagonist.
Yeah, he's the ghost with the most. So,
yeah.
So I had a different outlook.
Yeah, I can see that. Because, I watched the cartoon also. And I liked him in the cartoon, but...
Yeah.
And I think that kind of made me like him in the movie.
Yeah, maybe.
But he's not supposed to be likable.
He's not. Yeah. He's a jerk. Mm-hmm. But, so I guess we can get into this movie. I still like this movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's short, which is good.
Yeah.
Only an hour and a half. It's a quick watch.
Mm-hmm.
So everything seems like it moves along quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, it moves along very quickly.
It does.
Which is fine. That's
yes.
Good. Give me a 90-minute movie, please.
Yeah, we don't have a bunch of lore about his origins, really.
I mean, they just give a little bit
backstory,
about him,
and then that's it. That's all we needed.
So we start off. There's a town. There's a town.
Mm-hmm.
We're just kind of flying over the town, looking at everything. There's some nice Danny Elfman music happening.
Yeah, it's a Tim Burton movie. You got Danny Elfman
exactly.
going.
So toward the end of this little credit sequence, you realize, because I forgot, because it's been so long since I watched it, and I was like, oh wait, this isn't the actual town. No, it's a model. It's only a model.
It's only a model.
So it's a model of the town. It's a town called White River, I think was what it was called.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
Okay. And then we zoom in on the house on the hill.
Uh-huh.
And that's where our story takes place.
Yes, because this is the house that belongs belongs to the Maitlands.
Yes. Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis.
Adam and Barbara. I had a crush on Adam.
Baldwin.
I thought he was very good looking. I mean, they say, he's such a Baldwin, like in Clueless, because of this.
Yeah. Yeah,
he was very good looking.
All right. Yeah. He's kind of got that nerdy look about him. So, of course, you're into it.
I'm all about it. He's got those glasses. And
they would just stitch that mouth shut.
Right?
Oof.
Like at the end, sorry, spoilers for the end when he's like in his little tux and he's not able to talk, and I was just like, oh god, this is dream man right here.
We had to pause for a bit.
I was like,
you had to cool down.
I need to go get some ice because I'm burning up right now. Yeah, and of course Gina Davis.
Yeah,
also very good looking.
She is. This isn't her best movie though.
What's her best movie?
Huh?
What's her best movie?
I don't remember.
Are we talking about best like where she looks the best, or best where she
I feel like it's her
best?
hair. Her hair looks weird.
Her hair's she's got very 80s perm hair.
Yeah, so but still a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not a league of their own.
Yeah, maybe that's the hottest.
Maybe.
Doing them splits, catching that ball. Be still my heart.
There you go. She does look real good in it.
Scratching crotches.
There you go. Exactly. Spitting.
Oh, dream woman.
Anyway, they're on vacation, but they've decided they're going to take their vacation at home. So, are they the ones who invented staycation?
Staycation, maybe. I hope so.
I hope so too. Anyway, while they're
I thank them.
Okay. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Adam and Barbara, for inventing staycation.
Yes, I love staycation.
So while they're staying at home for their vacation, they're going to be, she's going to be doing some redecorating, I guess.
Putting up some wallpaper.
And he's going to be working on his little model of the town.
Yeah, he loves that model town. What a nerd.
Yeah. Oh, God. So hot. Can we just move on? I'm going to have to go grab my fan. Right now. Okay, so I'm out of breath. Someone pulls up. It's Jane. Jane. I can't remember what her last name is.
I don't know, but she's really annoying. At one point.
She's very annoying. She comes in. She's like, "We have an offer for your house," and they're like, "We are not selling our house." Jane, stop it.
She wants to sell that house so bad.
She's like, "But it's too big for you. It's more for somebody with a family." Yeah. And then Barbara's like, "How dare you bring this up?" Because I'm assuming they can't have kids.
Yeah,
and sad. that is a very horrible thing to say to somebody.
Pretty messed up, Jane. Like, what are you doing?
Get out of here.
That's cold.
So anyway, she kind of just kicks Jane out.
So
exactly.
Why don't you back off, Jane?
Yeah, get out of here.
You suck.
So she kind of she's like, okay, Jane, leave me alone. Closes the door. Jane immediately goes to another window and tries to talk to Adam. And he's like, we don't want to sell the house. Get away.
Yes.
She's the worst. So
she really is.
She finally goes. And they're like, oh, shoot, we need to go into town because she had bought some new glue for Adam. And he needs a new brush for it or whatever.
Yeah. Or some stain, maybe. I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember. But anyway, they own the hardware store in town, so
I didn't realize he owned the hardware store at this, and I thought he was just breaking in somebody, just stealing stuff. I'm like, okay,
but it's Maitland's hardware, and so they head off there. They get in the car. You pointed out that Barbara is driving.
We don't have to throw all the tea out there.
You let the woman drive, but I mean. First of all, she almost hits a dog.
She does.
And
that dog doesn't care.
That dog is the worst. That dog is a murderer.
Yeah.
So she almost hits it though, and they stop. They get what they need. They start heading back. That dog is still there. It's back for revenge.
He goes to the bridge. There's a little covered bridge.
Yeah. And she almost hits the dog again.
Yeah. Not paying attention.
Nope. So she swerves. They hit the bridge.
Go straight through. She was going super fast, apparently.
How fast does she need to go? They don't even live that far away.
Yeah.
So anyway, they hit the bridge, and they're kind of teetering over
Dangling out there.
And there's this one board that is keeping them from falling into the river, and the dog is standing on it.
Yeah.
And the dog just jumps off and is like, see ya.
Bye. Sorry about your death.
So they fall into the car falls into the river. The dog looks over at what he's done and goes, yes, this is good. And
winks at the camera.
He barks and walks off. It's like, I've done my duty.
This is it.
I got my revenge. So, the next thing, they're home. They're wet still. It's weird, though, because there's a fire in the fireplace that wasn't there when they left. So, they go to warm up.
Why was there a fire?
I don't know. It just showed up.
It never really explains why there's a fire.
It doesn't, but they go up to it. Weird. They go up to it to warm up and everything to dry off. Barbara gets her fingers catch on fire.
Yeah.
Her fingernails catch on fire, which is real weird.
Yeah, why was she so close?
Yeah, and it's just real eerie.
Yeah.
So Adam's like, I don't even remember coming back here. I don't even remember driving back. This is weird. I'm gonna go outside for a second. So he walks
retrace
outside.
Our steps.
He walks outside. He falls into sand.
Yeah, it's in a big desert.
Yep.
Big Tim Burton desert.
It's real weird. Like, everything's kind of a weird color. There's some strange looking trees and everything.
Yeah.
And then there's a sandworm.
A sandworm going through the sand.
Yeah. And it's coming toward him, but Barbara pulls him back in.
Yeah.
She's like, you have to see this.
You were gone for
2 hours. And he's like, no, I was like literally gone for 2 seconds, but whatever. So pulls him back in. She's like, you have to see this. She walks over to, like, the mirror, and there are, like, these little horses. I do remember this a lot. And she grabs one of the horses and moves it across the mirror, and you can see the horse moving, but she's not there.
You can't see them.
And they have no reflections. Uh-oh. Yep. So they go up, they look over. There's a book on a table. Mm-hmm. It's the handbook for the recently deceased. Yeah. Not diseased.
Nope.
As Adam says, he's obviously not that smart.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, well, never mind. You're losing
Only
me.
Smart nerds.
Exactly. So it's the handbook for the recently deceased. They start looking through it. It's like, I don't think we survived the crash.
Yeah. Starting to add up.
Yeah. So they're dead.
Yeah. Book is not very helpful.
No.
It's like a guide, an owner's manual to an electronic device.
Yeah.
It's hard to get through.
Yeah. So he tries, but he's like, none of this even makes sense.
Yeah.
He like reads a little bit of it to her, and it clearly doesn't make sense. It's like, what in the world? Who wrote this?
Very technical jargon.
Yeah. So there's also a piece of paper that falls out of it.
Yeah.
It's like a little flyer or whatever for a bioexorcist.
Yeah.
And that is our main character, of course.
For Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it again. So it shows, like, they're just kind of hanging around the house.
Yeah.
You know, there are sheets over the furniture at this point.
Yeah.
So somebody has come in and done all this stuff.
She can't clean, really, because they don't have a vacuum. It's in the garage, and they can't
they can't leave the house.
Garage. Surprised they can't go in the garage. Feels like part of the house.
Yeah, they can't go into town, so they don't know where they're even buried in the cemetery, because he tries to put them in the cemetery in the model, and he doesn't even know where they're at. So he's like, darn, I can't go out there because of the stupid sandworms.
Yep.
So they're just stuck there.
Yep, that's gotta be tough.
Yep. So Jane
but at least they're together.
That's true. Because they're like, something about there's nobody else, are we the only ghosts or whatever?
Yeah.
Because they can't leave the house. And he's like, maybe we're in heaven. It's like, wink, wink.
He's like, no, it'd be cleaner in heaven.
Exactly. It's like, if it was heaven, there wouldn't be so much dust.
So she's fun.
Yeah. So Jane shows up again. She's just kind of looking at the house, and she has her daughter there, and they look like they're still in like they
funeral
just got back from the funeral. But geez, if that's the case,
feels like it's been a while.
They literally sold that house like immediately.
Yeah.
Like sight unseen.
Well, she already had a buyer.
It's true. So I guess that's probably who it was.
She was waiting for it.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, they're dead. Let's before the funeral's even over. That house is sold because she drives by and there's a sold sign on there.
Yeah.
So
gotta move on.
Yeah. It is sold to the Dietz family.
Yes.
This is Charles, Delia, and Lydia.
Yes. Lydia, super goth.
Super goth.
Did she start goth? Did this start goth and the staycation?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Maybe staycation, but probably not goth. Pretty sure there were goth people before Lydia Dietz.
Very possible.
But Lydia is the mainstream goth, I guess.
Yeah. Wasn't there a civilization of goth? What they called?
There were the Visigoths.
Visigoths. There you go.
Plus there's
they were visibly goth.
Plus there's like gothic architecture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
nice try, Lydia, you poser.
Yeah. You poser. Oh, man. So
welcome to the 1500s. I don't know what it was. Probably earlier than that.
I'm not sure. So Charles kind of just wants this place to to like go and relax.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't really want it to change, really.
Yeah. And Delia gets there and she's immediately like, no, this is awful. This place looks terrible. I need everything changed. I'm bringing in my friend Otho, who's like an interior designer.
Yeah.
He's going to fix everything.
Yeah.
They go around.
She thinks she's an artist.
Oh, yeah. She's like, they're
And
bringing
she's
in
not.
her sculptures and stuff. Her sculptures are awful.
Hideous.
They're so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But Otho's there. They're going around to the different rooms and everything, and trying to figure out what colors they're gonna make everything.
Yep. Adam and Barbara try to scare them.
Yes, they're trying to scare them, but they can't see them.
Yeah.
So it doesn't
they're
do
like
anything.
hanging in the closet.
She's got
She
like
pulls her face off.
Yeah, she is standing there with like a bloody knife and his head in her hand, and he's.
Did she cut his head off? Like, literally?
don't know.
Wouldn't that be a little traumatic even if they are dead? Feels like a lot.
I don't know. He didn't seem to be bothered by it.
Yeah,
though.
he was fine.
He was just like, okay, I'm just gonna let my body like walk around without my head for a bit too. Because at one point he had to go lock the attic.
Yeah.
Runs to lock the attic because they're like, oh, well, there's an attic. We should go up there and see what we can do about it.
Yeah.
And he locks them out so they can't get in there.
Yeah, and they can't see them.
No.
They don't know who they are.
No, so they're basically just stuck with them. They don't know how to get them out of the house.
Yeah.
I have some Lydia quotes in here because I couldn't help myself. But one of them is so she does photography, and her dad says something about a dark room that that she has to set up a dark room in the house, and she's like, my whole life is a dark room. Like, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So actually I was mistaken. This is when they find the brochure for Beetlejuice. Because before it was just he was hanging out like looking through obituaries. Trying to find people to scam
suckers.
basically.
Yep.
So but now they find the brochure for his services.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what a bioexorcist is. So we're just gonna tuck this over to the side.
Yeah.
Lydia happens to be taking some pictures outside,
of everything.
And she looks up and she sees them in the attic window.
Yep.
And then she looks away for a second and looks back and they're gone.
They're gone.
But they're like, I think the little girl saw us. And I'm like, I don't think she's a little girl. She's like a teenager, but...
Yeah, she was 17 when this was filmed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think the little girl is like a 7 or 8 year old, but okay.
Did we say that this is Winona Ryder?
Oh, we didn't say Winona. Yeah. I don't think we said Winona Ryder.
And then Catherine O'Hara is the mom.
And
somebody else is the dad.
Is it Jeffrey Jones?
Jeffrey Jones, is his name, yeah.
Okay.
He sucks.
Yeah. So yeah. I love Catherine O'Hara though.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah. I got something to say about her later. So get ready.
Okay.
Prepare yourself, Catherine O'Hara.
Oh no. I hope it's something good.
It is. It's a good thing.
Okay. Because I'm like, don't be saying anything mean about her. I love her.
She's Kevin's mom.
Exactly. She also is, she's in Nightmare Before Christmas. She's Sally. She's my favorite character.
Oh, yeah.
And she's also one of the
Yeah,
other
she's like
characters too.
Lock, Shock, and Abednego.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel. But yeah, she's Shock.
Yeah.
And Danny Elfman is Lock, and Barrel is Paul Rubens.
Yep, it's true.
We might have to watch that.
We'll see. No, we might. I think I tried to get us to watch it last year, dude. We didn't, from what you just never really got into it. So,
but
don't call me that.
We still don't know what we're watching next week.
It's true. We don't.
And
for Halloween.
It will be Halloween the day it comes out.
Theoretically.
Yeah, if you get it done on time.
Fingers crossed.
So, maybe. I don't know.
We'll see.
Anyway, so, so she sees him up there.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay. There are some ghosts in her house, or there's somebody in her house.
That's fun.
Jane shows up again. This is the last time we see Jane, though.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
So sad.
Get out of here. She has the skeleton key, though.
Yeah.
So,
gives it to
Lydia. She's like, give this to your dad. And Lydia's immediately like, no, I'm going to use it for myself.
I'm going to take that, go to the attic. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it.
So she goes up there to try to unlock the door, and they keep her out, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They keep the door closed so she can't get in.
Yeah.
And then they have a TV up there.
Yeah.
There's a TV commercial.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I mean, what would they do without that?
What would they do without it?
Because they're basically confining themselves to the attic at this point. Because they're like, I don't want to be around these people. Mm-hmm. There are more sculptures coming in. They're coming through the windows.
Mm-hmm.
On accident.
On accident.
They're trapping people next to the walls.
They're the worst.
Yeah. Not the first time she gets trapped by that one either.
Nope.
Oh, no, it is the first time. It's only the first time. It's not the only time is what I meant to say.
Yeah, it's not the only time.
It's just the first time.
Not the last time.
There you go. So, yeah, there's a TV commercial for Beetlejuice, of course. And he's like a
used car salesman, pretty much, yeah.
But he's dressed, he's like on a fake horse, I think. He's dressed like as a cowboy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that brings back memories of all the cowboy stuff in Texas, that all the cowboy used car salesmen that you have in Texas.
Yeah, we don't really do that.
Yeah.
No, they usually dress up, they always have suits on and stuff. But man, Michael Keaton, he's going for it.
He is.
I respect him.
Yeah.
Dude,
he's just out there.
Going nuts.
He's hamming it up.
I think he started as a comedian, right?
I don't know.
I think he did. And then he went into acting. So he's got those comedy chops.
Yeah.
And I think he does a really good job in this movie.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
Was this before or after Batman?
It was 89 was Batman, 88 was Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I think so. I don't know when they filmed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I mean, they're both Tim Burton also.
Yeah.
And so maybe since he had been in Beetlejuice, he was like, bring him in for this other.
Probably.
For Batman. He'd be awesome as Batman.
Yep.
I don't know. So yeah, he's got his own little commercial that is specifically for them. Basically.
So they think about it.
Yeah.
Like, should we?
But they're like, maybe there's something in the book that we can use.
He's like, oh, I read about something.
Yeah. So he's like, in case of emergency, draw a door. So he takes some chalk and he draws a door on the exposed brick wall. And he's like, oh, forgot. Let me put the doorknob in there.
Of course.
So he does that.
That's not a finished door.
Yeah. And then he has to knock 3 times. So he knocks 3 times and it opens up. And when he knocks on that door, I cringe every time because it hurts my knuckles.
Straight brick.
Because it's just brick. And, oh, gosh, it hurts. And for some reason, I was expecting the door to open and it not to be on the side that had the door, that had the doorknob.
Yeah.
But I think that's Peter Pan that I'm thinking of. The Mary Martin Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah.
When they build the house for Wendy and they draw the door and they draw the doorknob and then they open it up and it's the wrong side. So I think that was another one that I watched a lot when I was a kid. So maybe I just kind of get them stuck. I get them messed up in my mind. I don't know. But
they're very similar.
Are they though?
Two monsters trying to steal children.
I mean, if anything, Peter Pan works better with the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys.
Oh man,
that sax player works better with Beetlejuice.
Sure. Oh man, so they the door opens and everything.
Yes, into the greenness.
Mm-hmm. I think there's something else going on at this point with the family, but I can't remember what it is.
I think they're still just moving in.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. And then they go into the waiting room.
Yeah, so it's waiting room for the dead.
Yes.
We got a lot of colorful characters in this waiting room.
Yes.
Shrunken-headed man, you're the love interest.
The love of my life.
A lady sawed in half, my love interest.
There you go.
No. We got a guy who was bitten by a shark.
Yes, because he's got a shark like on his leg, basically.
Yeah, person with a snake in their sleeping bag.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that one.
So my question...
And then there's the guy that looks like he has eaten a whole chicken leg
and choked on it. Yeah.
So yeah.
Not doing well.
No.
My question is, do those animals die too? Because they're just there.
I don't know.
And if everybody is how they died, why are they not always wet?
Yeah, because they drowned.
Adam and Barb, yeah. Shouldn't they just always be wet?
You would think so.
Because one guy, we see it later, was lit on fire. I guess maybe he smoked in bed or something and burned to death. I don't know. But he's charred just all the time.
Yes, he's just a charred corpse. He's still smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, well, at that point, who cares?
I love the way he's like, I should probably quit, but...
So yeah, I don't get how they got away with not being wet all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
Who knows?
Then they go up to the window because they're going to take a number. The numbers are like huge.
Yeah, they're in the millions probably.
Yep. So they go up. They're to talk to the girl behind the window.
Yeah.
She's like Miss Argentina or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I wonder how she died.
I don't know.
Oh, she cut her wrist.
We know how she died.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
but she's dressed up like a mermaid or something.
She's just dressed in her in her like really Miss
but she's
Argentina
painted
outfit.
green and so I don't know if
I
that's
think
supposed to be because she's dead. But why don't they turn green?
I don't know. Maybe they have, because they haven't been dead very long.
Maybe. I don't know. Why isn't Juno green?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Because she'd been around for a while.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, do you have an appointment? And they're like, no, we have to have an appointment, basically. And they're like,
didn't you read the book?
No, we tried.
Yeah.
Didn't get very far in it. She's like, oh my God, you can't come in here unless you have an appointment. They're like, appointment for what? For Juno, your caseworker. I love her.
Yeah.
I was sitting there watching and going, should be fun to dress as.
Yeah. There you go. Maybe we found I'll be the choke on a chicken bone guy.
I mean, I would be like the magician's assistant, but it'd be really hard to cut myself in half.
Yeah, I can help.
Without dying. How about that?
Oh, okay. I got you. I see what's happening here.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. So they don't have an appointment. They're going to have to wait.
Yes. Wait for it.
There was something else that made me think of Hamilton right before this, and I can't remember what. I mean, like, literally, like, 2 sentences ago, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, man. So Lydia, while they're doing that, she gets into the attic, and while she's in there, she finds the book.
Yes.
Because they've left the book behind, of course. Because they cannot keep this book on their person at all. They just leave it sitting around all the time.
Yeah, they suck at reading it. Like, they don't even really try.
They're just really bad at being dead.
Yeah, they're kind of complainers a little bit, you know?
Yeah. So she finds the book and she starts reading the book.
Yeah.
They finally get their appointment with Juno.
Yeah.
They're told to go to the sixth door or whatever.
Bring your book.
Yep. They're like, oh, we don't have a book. Everybody like rolls their eyes because everybody else in the waiting room has their books.
Yeah. It doesn't impact them.
No,
they don't
it
need
doesn't.
it.
No.
So
it's just they're supposed to keep it with them, I guess.
Yeah.
But so they start walking that way. The guy who is leading them there has been like run over by a truck or something.
Yeah,
He's
something. He is super flat. Yeah.
I love that he has his own little slot to go through in the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got that.
So weird.
There's also a guy hanging that is also on rails. Like, they really cater to the people that can't move.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's like delivering something to the people, to the secretaries.
Papers off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the secretaries, some of them are like actual women. Some of them are skeletons.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, they start wandering around. They see this one room where there are all these... it's the Lost Souls room. Yeah. So basically it's a place for the ghosts who have been exorcised. Yeah. And you don't want to go there.
It's like death for the dead.
Yep. Very creepy custodian guy.
Yeah.
That tells them that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. So they find...
What a rough go, though. Like, you're dead and your job is you got to be the custodian. You got to clean up all the time.
Let me just sweep these hallways.
Dead people. Ugh.
Yeah.
He must have not been a very good person.
Must not.
Or a great person. And he loves cleaning.
Maybe that was his life goal was just to clean things. Yeah. So they make it to the room that they're supposed to be going to, the 6th room. They walk in. It is their house, but it looks completely different.
Yep.
Because they've been stuck in that waiting room for 3 months.
Yep.
And during those 3 months,
the house was
Delia
completely redecorated.
Yes. Redecorated. It looks terrible.
It's bad.
I hate it. Which I didn't really like it before.
Yeah.
With, like, all that wallpaper was too much.
I didn't mind it. Like a little country home kind of deal.
Yeah, but I mean, it was... For me, it was too much wallpaper.
Yeah, it's a lot of wallpaper.
You know, just paint some solid colors in some rooms, but keep all the wood finish and stuff like that. It looks good.
But wallpaper was big in the 80s.
It was.
People loved wallpaper.
And big in the country, too.
Yeah. So, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what they've got is... It's what I imagine Tim Burton's house does look like. Like, I'm pretty sure it's close to that.
It's like, I don't know, there's a lot of... The walls are just gray.
Yeah.
It looks just cold and...
Yeah, it looks like stone. I hate it. Gray. Yeah. It's like textured like stone, kind of.
Yeah. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. And a guy whose favorite color is black. And I've thought, I should paint a wall black.
I mean, you can do an accent wall. It's not that bad.
But yeah. I'd paint them all black.
Black and blue. Because mine's blue.
There you go.
Oh, boy. We'll be like Garth Brooks in here.
Finally. pay our tribute.
Oh, man. So, Juno is there.
Yeah, she shows up.
She shows up. She's like, I'm Juno, your caseworker. What do you need help with? They're like, we got to get these people out of this house. Look at what they've done to our house.
Yeah.
We spent so much time getting it perfect the way we wanted it, and now they've ruined it. We want them out. What do we do? And she's like, get them out yourselves.
Yeah. Just take it easy. Start simple.
Start simple. Haunt them.
Yeah.
Build up to it if you need to, and eventually they'll go away.
Yeah. Just be cool.
And
is this when they talk about Beetlejuice? Upstairs? I think so.
Yes. Well, she says something. Barbara's like, well, we saw something for that beetle guy. She's like, no, do not get his help. Do not ask him for help.
Yeah.
He was Juno's assistant.
Right. And he loved his work, I guess. I don't know. He kind of went rogue.
Yeah.
Started being a bioexorcist, whatever that is.
And he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he had to be put down, basically.
Yeah, they kind of had to banish him.
Kind of trap him, yeah.
Yeah, and so if you say his name 3 times, that will bring him back.
Summon him, yeah.
Yep. He's he's like hanging out in their cemetery in their model.
Yep.
He's trying to coax a fly with the Zagnut.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So weird. This is I've never had a Zagnut.
Yeah,
This is literally the only reason I know that there's a thing called a Zagnut is because you want a Zagnut. That's literally all I know about Zagnut.
Yeah.
I did look it up. It's like a peanut butter thing
with kind of like Butterfingery
toasted coconut on the outside. So I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't like that. I don't think. But
I don't know.
I don't know because people say that it kind of makes them think of Chico sticks.
Okay,
you know what that is?
Yeah,
I always like Chico sticks.
They're fine. Yeah,
but I don't know. So maybe
Chico
it's good.
Sticks basically Butterfinger without chocolate.
Yeah. So I mean, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So maybe it'd be okay. I don't know. They still make them.
Yeah. We just didn't want to put any effort into finding one this week.
No, I didn't want to go anywhere. So
yeah, we had a staycation.
We did. Yeah, we had a rock band staycation.
That's right.
We were rock banding around the world.
That's right.
Doing a world tour with our band. Supercilious Monday.
Yes.
But we had a world tour in my living room.
Mm-hmm, yep.
So she's like, just do what you can.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, well, how do we get in contact with you? And then
she just disappears. It's like, wow,
Juno.
Wow, what a great caseworker.
Yeah,
it just disappears on you.
What a great person.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, all right, well, we'll start with some small hauntings.
Yes.
So they start doing the stereotypical bedsheet ghost thing
where cut some eye holes in a bedsheet, start moaning.
The dad thinks that it's Lydia.
Yeah.
She's like, your mom's gonna be real mad when she finds out you cut holes in her $300 sheets.
Yeah.
And so it was like Adam, and he's like, oh crap, well that didn't work.
Yeah.
And
then they try to scare the mom.
Yeah, they try to scare.
She's watching wrestling.
Scare Delia, but she's asleep. She's fallen asleep in her makeup still. Because like when she wakes up or when she like gets up for a second, you can see there's just makeup smeared all over the side of her face. But yeah, she's sleeping and they're just moaning next to her. Lydia is in the room next door. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh my gosh, do they have to do this? This is so gross.
There's a child in next door. Stop it.
Yeah, so she wakes up just to turn the TV off because she thinks it's the TV.
I thought she was going to go take a picture of them. She has her camera with her.
No, I meant Delia.
Oh, Delia.
Not Lydia. Delia turns off the TV. Lydia comes out to take pictures. She's like, you guys are so gross. Why are you doing this? Why are you...
Why is she going to take pictures of them?
I don't know. She's like...
Weird.
She's like, I don't understand why you two are like this.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're like this.
I don't either. Why are you taking pictures of them?
Family's messed up.
Yeah, if they're sitting there moaning and you're saying, there's a child in this room, please stop, it's kind of implied what's going on.
Yeah, that's not something I need pictures of.
Yeah, so she's like, why are you being so kinky? Stop it. But as she is walking away, she grabs one of the Polaroids and she looks at it and she realizes that there are no feet on it.
Yeah, she took pictures of the ghost in the sheets. Yeah.
And it's just the sheets.
Yeah.
With no feet. And she's like, oh my gosh.
Who are you?
So she goes over and she's like, oh, you're like really gross under there with like pus and everything and blood. And
she's getting excited about it.
And then they take the sheets off and they're just normal people. They're like, she's like, oh. Well,
dang it.
Come on. I wanted like something scary.
Yeah.
So she's like, we just want you to leave. leave.
Yeah,
like,
it's our home.
We're trying to scare you guys. Why aren't you going?
Yeah. She's like, should I tell my parents? And they're
Yeah.
like, don't. Well, actually, maybe tell your parents if you think it'll scare them away. But
And also this is another nice. There's another nice Lydia quote with a little. I myself am strange and unusual.
Yes.
So.
Oh, what
weird.
an emo.
Love her.
Emo kid.
So she takes the photographs and shows them to her dad and everything, and shows them to Delia, and they're just
photograph.
like, "Yep," and they're like, no, that's not a ghost.
That's cute, sweetie.
Good job, but no.
You hung those up. That's really nice. But they're having people over.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody coming over.
So nobody believes Lydia,
Yeah.
and then Adam and Barbara are like, "But she had the photographs. Why don't they believe it?" And then Barbara's like, "Well, nobody believes that Bigfoot photograph that you had either." And Adam's like, "That's different." So they go upstairs to the model because they're like, "Well, this isn't working, so we've got to do something else."
Yeah.
So they summon Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And they go into the model, basically.
Yeah.
They see he's in the cemetery.
Got a little sign pointing down toward him.
And some shovels. They have to dig him up. So they do. He gets out of there. He immediately starts flirting with Barbara.
Of course, yeah. Kisses her.
Yep.
Does a little fondle.
He's like using a stick to try to pull her skirt up and everything. And it's like, can you quit?
He's a perv.
He's making some hand gestures in the background. It's like, sir, please stop. He says something about they've been to Saturn, which is where the sandworms are.
Oh,
apparently.
okay.
So I guess it's like a doorway to actually a different planet. I don't know. It was weird. But they're like, yeah, I don't think we want to use this guy. He's weird. And we don't want him around Lydia because she's a little girl. And
he's a
pervert.
Yeah.
He's a pervert. We want to get away from that. So she summons them back home, basically. Barbara does.
Yeah, she's just home like, 3 times.
Yeah, she's like, home. They just go back out of the model.
Which I don't know why Beetlejuice wasn't just released.
Yeah, I don't know.
They said his name.
Yeah, I don't know. So he's still stuck in the model.
Yeah.
And they're there. They're back home. He's still stuck in the model. The dinner party's about to happen. And they're like, well, we've got to step up our game, I guess, because we don't want to use this guy because he's weird.
Yeah.
We just got to do it ourselves.
Do it ourselves. Looks like I'll do it myself.
Exactly. So here's the dinner party.
Yep.
They're all gathered around the table.
It's the mom's agent and his wife.
Yes.
Her art agent, I guess.
Yes. And Otho is there and
some
other lady.
Yeah.
Who knows him really well.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know who she is.
I don't know their relationship exactly. Yeah.
No.
So.
And they're talking about Lydia says something about the house is haunted and everything.
Yeah.
And her parents are kind of like, no. Oh, also,
she's too crazy.
Delia is her stepmother.
Yes. Yeah.
But and they don't get along, of course.
Right. But they kind of hate the place. They're like, yeah, it sucks here.
Yeah.
Her agents. And her agent's mad because basically he's losing money on her. So.
Yeah, but Lydia starts talking about the ghosts, and Otho says something about he was into paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
And the girl that's there next to him is kind of like, oh, so we're calling it paranormal now, or whatever. I don't know why she's
what was
so
that
like,
supposed to be?
why are you so antagonistic? I don't understand what's going on with you, girl.
What was it
whatever.
really supposed to be called?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is up with them. It was a very strange dinner party.
They're weird, man.
I mean, the only dinner party I've seen that was weirder was the one from The Office.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, there was a dinner party in Our Flymate's Death.
Yeah.
Recently, that was also pretty weird. So, dinner parties is just weird, you know?
Yeah.
So, they're all sitting there around their food. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly...
having like shrimp cocktails.
Yeah, but it's huge. They're huge.
Big shrimp. Yeah.
They're like jumbo shrimp. Oxymoron. But suddenly, Delia just starts going, Dale!
Yeah.
So, she starts lip syncing the Banana Boat song.
Yeah, they're like, okay, that's cute.
Or not Banana Boat. Because that's a different song, isn't it? Or is that called the...
I don't remember.
I don't know
what it's called exactly.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But
she's singing. Mm-hmm. She starts dancing around. Then the dad
they're all
starts
kind of like laughing, like, what's going on? You know, the dad joins in and it's like he doesn't know. He's like, oh no, my arm's moving. I can't stop it. I don't know what's happening. Then all the other ones start joins in. Except for Lydia.
Voluntarily. Yeah.
Lydia kind of just like scoots out of her chair and just watches.
Yeah. And this was what I was going to say about Catherine O'Hara. Mm-hmm. She's got some moves. She's a good dancer, you can tell. Like, she's moving smooth.
Oh, yeah.
She's in it. And I'm like, all right.
Okay.
She's killing it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, they go through the song.
Yep.
And at the very end, they sit down in their seats and the shrimps turn into hands, basically, and pull them down into the bowls and then push them back.
Till they fall down on their backs. They're like, oh, that was fun.
Well, Adam and Barbara go back upstairs.
Yeah.
They're back in the attic. They're like, oh my gosh, we did it. Just let's look out the window. They're all going to be running out. They're going to be so scared.
Yep.
And then Lydia comes up and she's like, hi. So they like thought that was really fun.
Yeah,
and they're not going to leave. They want to meet you. So they don't want to come down.
Yeah.
And then, because they don't come down, the other people are like, oh, well, this sucked. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they
Delia,
got turns.
Your art's really stupid, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'd deal with you.
I mean, it's true.
It is.
Yeah.
But Delia's very offended.
Yeah. They start thinking that it was a hoax. But how would that...
You
were dancing and singing.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was very weird. So they leave. And the others go up to the attic. And Adam and Barbara aren't there. Lydia's like, they've gone, they left. But Otho, of course, sees the book there, and he takes it, because they left the book unattended again.
They do that all the time. Just out in the open. Yeah.
So annoying. So then they're leaving the attic, and as they're leaving the attic, the banister turns into a snake with Beetlejuice's face.
Uh-huh.
How was he able to do that? If they hadn't summoned him completely yet.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he's still out there because of him.
Maybe.
Because they summoned him.
So they, he attacks, basically. Mm-hmm. Drops Charles down from the balcony, basically, from the top of the staircase.
Oh, yeah.
Otho gets, pushed down the stairs.
Knocks him down the stairs, yeah.
Delia runs into a room, and then Barbara comes out and sees what's happening, and says Beetlejuice's name 3 times, which stops him.
Yep, that's how you send him back, is to say his name again. So lucky she knew that.
Oh, right? It's like, that wasn't anywhere in the brochure, but okay. And then Lydia is mad, she's like, why are you doing this? And just runs into her room. Yeah, exactly. And so this is when they go back up to the attic to see him in the model. Yeah. He's crashed a car.
Yep.
And
he's pissed.
He's mad. Barbara's mad at him.
Yeah.
Of course. She picks him up, and that's when he has these little spikes that just
spikies.
Pop out and hit her fingers, and she drops him, and he falls. And he's basically like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
You're losers.
Then luckily a strip club forms.
Exactly. It's like Dante's Inferno room, and there are all these devil ladies dancing around and come on, come see us.
He's real excited.
And he's like, all right. So he goes
still has the
way.
spikes out and everything.
Yep. And then they get transported back to where Juno is.
Yeah. And that was my idea.
Yep.
Because y'all screwed up real bad.
Yep.
First you got photographed, then you summoned Beetlejuice, then you left your stupid book out.
Yep, exactly.
Ortho got him. Otho.
Yep. So she's not happy with him. And then, of course, Lydia now is depressed. She's writing...
Even more
than... Yeah, she is writing her suicide note, basically.
Oh, gosh,
and she's like, I am alone. And she scratches that out. I am utterly alone. By the time you read this note, whatever, I'll be gone.
She's a mess.
Having plummeted from... into the White River or whatever. So yeah, she's writing that. Meanwhile, Juno's like, all right, show me what you've got, because what you did before did not work. You need to be scarier. Mm-hmm. So they changed their faces.
Yep. Alec Baldwin becomes a chicken man.
Yeah, with eyeballs on his fingers.
Yeah.
Gina Davis becomes a weird pterodactyl open mouth kind of thing with her
eyes in her mouth.
On her tongue.
Yeah.
She's like, perfect. Go scare them. Go do it. Lydia has brought her suicide note up to the attic. I guess she was just going to be like, hey, can you proofread this or something?
Yeah. How does this look for my death?
And while she's up there, she meets Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
He's there. And that's when he says that he's the ghost with the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's like, if you summon me, I can help you out. But he says, I'll help him out. I'll help you out if you'll just summon me. But I can't tell you what my name is, basically. So he does charades.
Yeah, that's true.
He does charades so that she can... So he's like, all right, we'll do charades. And then you'll know my name so you can summon me.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, turn around. And she's like, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like, no, just turn around and look over there. And so she turns around and looks. There's a beetle and it's like, hi.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God.
Hanging out there.
Sitting on a chair.
He can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Without being summoned.
Yeah, he can.
So I don't really get what the deal is here.
I don't either.
What are the rules?
I don't know. But yeah, so she's like, beetle. And he's like, yeah, that's, first word. And so the second word, here we go. And he summons like an orange juice carton pouring into a glass. And she's like,
Minute Maid orange juice.
She's
brought
like,
to you by Minute Maid.
She's like, breakfast, beetle breakfast. Beetle orange, beetle drink, beetle whatever. And he's like, juice, Beetlejuice. And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
So it's Beetlejuice. So she says it again.
Yeah,
she says it again.
Twice.
And then she's like, I don't know. I think I should talk to Barbara or whatever. And he's trying to get her to say it. And then Barbara shows up.
Yeah,
again.
they stop her.
Yeah. And Barbara has been having second thoughts anyway because she likes Lydia and she doesn't mind Lydia being there. She just doesn't really like the
they were
others.
going to offer to have them stay in the home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she stops Lydia from saying his name. And then they hear somebody coming upstairs, so they hide.
Yep.
And it's the dad and Otho, and they're taking the model downstairs for a presentation because Robert Goulet is there.
Goulet.
He's a developer or whatever, and they're going to try to buy out the town.
Yeah, they're going to just redevelop the town. Yeah.
And so they're showing him the model. He's giving a presentation about the town. So that's what they do. And then this is the point where they decide that they're going to summon the ghost.
Yeah.
Because Otho, of course, has
been reading that book.
The book. He's been reading it. He knows how to summon them.
Yeah.
But they need to have something that belonged to them.
Yep.
They still have their wedding clothes. I don't know why they still have those.
They were in the closet.
Yeah.
They got left there, I guess.
They made fun of them.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just get rid of them? But they didn't.
They're
still there. So they're like, all right, well, we'll lay them out on this table. We're going to have like a seance kind of thing. We're going to bring them back. Mm-hmm. So that's what they do. He starts reading from the book, and you must not read from the book. Sorry. And
clothes start blowing up.
Yeah. Barbara.
Like balloons.
Barbara and Adam are upstairs. She starts disappearing because she's appearing downstairs in her wedding dress.
Yep.
And she's like floating in the air. She's immediately starts like
aging, breaking down. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening? She's dying."
You're
it's like
killing
she's already
her.
Dead. And then he shows up too.
Yeah.
Because he disappears and he shows up in his suit.
Yeah.
And they can't
like,
talk to each other.
Oh, you
or
look
anything.
ugly.
He still seems to really be into it.
I guess.
Good for him. True love right there.
Yep.
And Lydia at this point is like, I've got to figure out something to stop it because Otho doesn't know what he's doing. He can't stop it. He's got it. It's set in motion. He can't do anything about it.
Yep.
And so she runs upstairs and she summons Beetlejuice, or she's about to summon him, and he's like, okay, but if you do, we're gonna have to get married.
Yep.
Because I'm like an illegal alien, basically.
Yeah.
So she's like, all right, fine. And then she summons him. Yep. And downstairs, there are like carnival noises, basically. He pops up
out of the model.
Got like a little, he's got like bat wings on his head, kind of, I think.
He's got a carousel.
And it's a carousel, but there's like bat wings on top of it.
Oh, is there?
And there's a little carousel going around his head. And he's like, step right up. And he has these.
He's got a little hammer. He's got hammer arms, inflatable hammer arms.
And
Robert Goulet and his wife are on those like strength testers.
Yes.
Where where you hit the thing and
Exactly.
hits a bell.
And so they're just like, oh, wow, this is so cool.
Whee, this is fun.
This is fun. And then he does his hammer hands down and they go through the roof.
Basically. And we never see them
again. They're
they
dead,
are
I guess.
dead.
I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah.
We never see them.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, we got rid of those people. I see the Maitlands are over there. Just gonna knock them down.
Yeah, let's get them going again.
Otho tries running away and he changes his clothes.
Into polyester suit.
And Otho's just like, no! And just runs off.
It's the worst. Worse than death for Otho.
Exactly. For some reason, I thought that he, pulled down his pants and he was in his underwear or something.
Yeah.
In my head, that's what happened. But
that's what you wanted to happen. You wanted everyone's pants down. You were chanting for it.
Pants down, pants down, pants down.
You know, it'd be funny, Beetlejuice would be pantsed.
Give me those heart underwear. White underwear with red hearts. That's what I was expecting.
Big, huge heart boxers. Let's go.
Right? That's what I was thinking.
That's what I want.
Why was I thinking that? I don't know.
I don't know.
But, so he runs off. We don't see Otho again.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. He went outside and jumped in the river.
Yeah. Sad ending for Otho.
Yeah, died of embarrassment. Yeah, pretty much. He just screams and runs off.
Yep.
And Adam and Barbara are back to normal at this point. Don't know how that happened, but they are.
Because I guess the spell's been broken in there.
I guess so.
It's reversing the aging.
Yeah, and Beetlejuice is like, all right, it's time for the wedding.
It's wedding time.
So he's changed.
He also did his "It's showtime"
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right when he got summoned.
That's right.
Classic line. Mm-hmm. Classic Beetlejuice.
Yeah, classic Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
That good guy right there.
Good guy Beetlejuice.
Good guy Beetlejuice, the host with the most. I mean, ghost with the most. I just said host.
Well, when he has parties.
There you go,
He probably said it in the cartoon. He surely said host with the most. He probably did a game show at some point in one episode.
Oh, and didn't say
he was probably like,
maybe.
I'm your host with the most, Beetlejuice.
I mean, I'm sure host with the most was something that some game show host said.
Oh, surely.
And that's where they got ghost
ripped
with the
it
most.
off Beetlejuice.
No.
No.
They
started emo, they started host with the most,
no.
and they started the other thing that we said that I can't remember.
Staycations.
Nobody else ever stayed home during a vacation.
Never. It was unheard of.
It was taboo.
So he's dressed up for the wedding. Lydia's also dressed up in her red wedding dress.
Yeah.
The parents are going to be the witnesses.
Yep.
They get attacked by the sculptures basically to keep them in place.
Held in place, yeah.
If the mother is supposed to be witnessing anything, she's not going to be able to see it because her hat just
knocks
goes
her hat down
straight over her eyes.
Yeah.
And it is stuck there. It is stuck there good.
Yeah.
Adam tries to say Beetlejuice 3 times to get him gone.
His teeth get taken out.
Yep. He starts doing a little dance around his chattering teeth. Also. And then that doesn't work, so he just sends Adam into the model.
Yep.
And then
next to the crash truck.
Yes. So Barbara tries the same thing.
Yep.
So she says it once. He throws a zipper at her mouth. She unzips it.
And you were like,
again.
"Oh yeah, oh Barbara."
My God, Barbara, you just got so much hotter.
Did Barbara just get hot?
Would it be weird if I was into Barbara now?
But then she unzipped it and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and she says Beetlejuice again.
Yeah.
But then he throws a whole metal plate on top of her mouth, and I was like, oh yes, this is doing things for me.
This is it.
It's like she was pretty hot before, but now she's even hotter. Give me a woman who can't speak. God, what's wrong with us?
You and your tastes. Well, us, you're the one.
So she's trying to pry that off of her mouth and everything. Yeah. And then he's like, you know what? I just don't even want to see you anymore. Yeah. So pushes her to Saturn, I guess where the sandworms are.
Yep.
So she's stuck there.
Mm-hmm. And Adam's getting that truck together.
Yes.
He's trying to get it going.
Yep. The little toy truck.
Yep.
So he does manage to get it going.
Yep. And they're going through the vows.
Yeah.
Like Beetlejuice said I do.
Oh, yeah. Okay. First of all, first of all, the fireplace like warps basically, and then this little guy comes out.
Yeah.
This little efficient
guy, yeah.
And I don't know why. I think he's adorable.
He's a cutie.
And he's just like, do you take blah, blah, blah. Like, this is so cute. Why? Why are you cute? I don't get it. You're so ugly, but it's also adorable. He just looks like a little alien or something.
Yeah.
He's cute.
You love aliens.
I do love aliens. So
he ventriloquists Lydia into saying I do.
Yes, because she's not going to say it.
Which I guess is adequate.
Yeah. And so he just covers her mouth and is like, he starts ventriloquisting. Yeah, she's like, I'm Lydia Deeds and I have a sound mind and I want to marry this man. This is the man for me, you know.
Yep.
I love this man of mine. So apparently that's enough.
Yep. He's about to pronounce them man and wife.
Yep.
Then Alec Baldwin drives that truck into his foot.
Yep.
And it explodes. he jumps out, luckily.
Like flames start coming up on his feet.
Yeah,
he's
maybe
like,
you should
what the heck is going on?
Look into that model. Apparently, it's very flammable.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere,
a
sandworm. Barbara is riding a sandworm.
Yeah, and he kind of knew it was coming before it came. He kind of went like, "Ee!" and looked up at the roof, and nothing had come through yet.
Yeah, maybe he heard it.
They kind of edited it weird, because then they show, like, as it's breaking through, he's, like, still posed, like, oh no, it's coming for me. Yeah,
so it eats him, basically.
Yeah.
And goes through the floor, and then they're all fine again.
Yeah. Everybody's okay with this. I guess he doesn't need to be called back. Nobody needs to say his name again.
Guess not. I guess sandworms eating you just gets rid of you for
it overrides anything.
Yeah. Guess so. And so everybody's fine. Mm-hmm. Is the little goblin guy, the little priest guy, is he still there?
No, he walks back to the thing. He's like,
I guess the wedding. I guess this wedding's not happening. I'm gonna go back.
I'm out, guys. Thank y'all. Or he like poofs into like fire and smoke or something. I can't remember what
I can't remember either. But now the Lydia's parents can see Barbara and Adam, and they're all just kind of like, oh, this is kind of awkward. Hi. So we're all just gonna live here now, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, there it is. It skips forward in time a little bit. Mm-hmm. Lydia comes home from school.
Yep.
She's
not all gothed up.
No, she's a little schoolgirl.
Yep.
She's home from school.
Yep.
Barbara and Adam are there, and they're like, "How did the test?"
They're
go?
Back in like the living room area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barbara's like putting wallpaper on the walls.
Mm-hmm. He's working on his model, of course.
Of course. And
nerd.
Yeah, what a nerd. She's like, "Oh, I made a C on science test or whatever,"
because they wanted her to dissect a frog.
Yeah, and she's like, "It's against my religion."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "But what about the math test?" And she's kind of like, "Oh, you know." He's like, "But we studied on that for that all week."
Yeah.
He's like, "I made an A."
Yep.
And they're so excited.
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, so does this mean that we can, do the thing?"
Yep.
And they're like, well, you did get a C in science. And she's kind of like, come on.
Yeah.
All right, fine. So they start playing some more Harry Belafonte.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
she's floating and dancing around.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, so that's...
And her parents apparently live in the other half of the house, or
I guess they all just live together. I guess they all just live together.
I don't know. Yeah.
In harmony now.
But they're like, I guess it sounds like Lydia made an A on that test.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, they're not really involved anymore. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird setup.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Lydia thinks of Adam and Barbara as more of her parents than her own parents.
Yeah.
So.
Her parents suck.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, they're all still there together, so whatever. I don't know.
Stepmom made a sculpture of
Beetlejuice.
Snake Beetlejuice. Yeah. So.
And scares the dad.
Yeah, and apparently she's like a real artistic person now. She's on a cover of a magazine and everything. So.
And she's like, I love after he like freaks out and everything and falls over, she's like, he likes it. Oh man.
Yeah.
So everybody's getting along.
Everybody's happy.
Dancing around.
Yep.
And then we go to the waiting room for the dead where Beetlejuice is there. So I guess now he has to go through all the stuff that everybody else has to go through.
Yeah, and he's number like 4 billion something.
Yeah. And he's
that poor shrunken headed guy's still there.
Yeah. Well, also the magician's assistant's there because he's sitting next to her at first, and he puts his hand on her thigh and everything, and she hits him, him.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, he's like, I'm sorry, I'll move over here.
Yeah.
He goes to sit by a shrunken head dude.
Yeah.
Who's still there.
It's also a tribesman,
like
voodoo
a shaman
guy.
kind of guy. And he's like, oh, did you do that to him?
Yeah.
And he's like, nice work, you know.
See, here's the number thing, though. Like, because the shaman guy, he's got number 4, and they're on number 3.
Yeah.
Did they circle around and it just...
I don't
they
know.
skipped over them? Are they forever in that waiting room? Maybe they don't want to go anywhere?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, yeah, he's like, good work.
Yeah. And then he looks over, he sees that he's got number 4. Number 3 is the last one that was called.
Yeah.
So he's like, there's Elvis!
Yeah.
Trying to distract him, and he switches their numbers.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, wow, number 4, I'm next up.
It's like,
cool.
I'm next.
And then guy just grabs some like powder and just puts it on his head, and his head starts shrinking.
Yep.
It's like, that's what you get, basically. And I think he takes the number 4 back too, probably.
Probably. I would imagine.
If not, he should have.
Yeah. But are they going to like re-enlarge his head for the next one?
I guess
or
they'll
is he just going to have that small head the whole time?
It'd be kind of weird if they...
That would be kind of funny, though.
It would. Yeah, I imagine it'll restart over, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... And then it goes back to Lydia dancing, and there were some football players in Juno's office that we didn't talk about that kept calling her coach. And she's like, I'm not your coach. And they were asking where like, the men's room was and everything. And then finally, at the end of that scene, they came back, and they were like, I don't think we survived. Because their coach survived the bus crash, but they didn't.
Yeah, they're kind of dumb.
Yeah, but they're dancing on the stairway behind Lydia.
Yeah.
While she's floating and dancing. Yeah, so they're having
everybody's
a great time.
Happy.
You know,
even the football ghosts are happy.
Exactly. So everybody's happy except for Beetlejuice, I guess, now, because he's got a shrunken head.
He does. Died and has a shrunken head.
Yep, and that's it.
That's the
Beetlejuice.
movie.
So it's a weird movie.
It is.
But I mean, also it's Tim Burton, so what do you expect?
Yeah, and it's fun. Might be my favorite Tim Burton movie. I don't know. I haven't really done any research on this. Maybe Batman. I don't know. But yeah, it's good. So, anything else we need to say about it before we move on?
I don't know. Is there? I can't think of anything.
Don't think so. All right. Well, let's get to our snack then.
All right.
Which this week is Coca-Cola Y3000 limited edition flavor, futuristic flavor.
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, this is the AI one.
One that's created by AI? Oh, yeah. Co-created with artificial intelligence.
Okay. So I guess it chose the flavors, maybe?
That's weird. I hope it just tastes like Coke.
Yeah, if they were like, we're just going to put Coke.
It just ripped off the recipes from Coke.
That would be hilarious.
It's because AI is stealing all the ideas, and so it just steals Coke's recipe. They're like, what the heck, man?
But this tastes just like Coke. What's going on?
Or it tastes like new Coke.
Oh gosh. Well, I don't remember what new Coke tastes like.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know that I ever had new Coke. So.
It'd be funny if it tastes like Pepsi.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be like the best troll.
I mean, it is a blue label.
It is blue and red, a little white. Very Pepsi.
What's it smell like? Does it smell like Pepsi?
It smells like RC Cola.
Maybe they used RC Cola. It smells kind of fruity.
A little bit.
I don't know.
It feels like a Macintosh computer. Not an Apple.
Okay.
Computer. What is that?
AI. What's wrong with you? What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
Huh. Is it like caramel?
I mean, it always has... Well, no, it has caramel color. I can't figure out what it is, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's weird. Let's see if the internet has any suggestions.
Okay. I mean, it does taste familiar.
Yeah?
But I can't figure out what it is.
The aftertaste is more of a caramel vanilla flavor, this person says. Tasty berry vanilla flavor at first, but aftertaste sometimes reminds me of buttered popcorn jelly beans.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No.
I hate buttered popcorn. Buttered popcorn jelly beans. They're nasty. But I can see, like, the caramel vanilla kind of thing.
Aftertaste of tutti frutti jelly bean, although it tasted like a weird-ass rag after it got shook up. That's weird. Somebody thinks it's strawberry yogurt. Tastes like it has booze in it, but not in a good way. I can kind of see that. Like a dark rum.
Yeah.
Huh. A lot of people saying jelly beans. Tastes like the outside of an apartment complex.
Who's doing that?
Tastes like dog water.
Dog water. Wait, what is dog water? Is that just water you put out for your dog that your dog has drank it, or is dog water like you have boiled a dog in water?
No, I hope not. Yeah, this is weird, man. Those candy Coke gummies. I can kind of see that. I don't know, man. Because it does kind of taste like a bottle caps candy. Like the Coke flavor on there. It's not good.
No.
Weird.
Well, AI, you messed something else up. Good job.
Yeah, way to go, AI. Way to go. Well, what are you going to rate that?
Ooh, I'm going to go like a 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. 3.
Because that's not good.
Yeah, it's not...
I'm going to finish the bottle.
Yeah.
But I don't want another one.
I don't know that it's the worst Coke we've had. I feel like there was another one we had that was really bad. That we didn't finish because it was so bad.
Maybe.
But that's down there for sure.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, we've had several Cokes. Yeah. Different flavored Cokes. You know what? I think we need to go back to Mountain Dew.
Yeah, they nail it.
And and I did notice there's a Voodoo.
Did we not have that already?
We have not had that
Isn't it the grape one?
Yeah.
Or no? Oh, we've had a grape one.
I don't think we've ever had Voodoo.
Maybe not.
I don't remember having a grape one, but...
I might have had it myself. Okay. I don't know. But, yeah. Ugh.
This is not good.
Not good.
Do better, Coke.
Just do better.
Stop using AI.
I'm glad I'm not going to live until the year 3000 after this.
If that's what Coke tastes like in the year 3000...
We're doomed in the future.
I'm glad that I will be dead.
Tastes like radioactive fallout. That's what it tastes like.
It tastes futuristic.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is limited edition, because this is nasty.
Yep. Get rid of it.
Bring back, what was it, Starlight?
Starlight, yeah.
Starlight was pretty good.
Wasn't bad. All right. What are your memories of Beetlejuice? What do you think this Y3000 flavor is? Why does it taste so bad? Let us know on Twitter at HavingFunCast or on Facebook at HavingFunPod.
Or send an email to havingfunpod@gmail.com.
Go have fun. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.